Well, hello, welcome to VOD of Consciousness. I'm Sientir, and we got a task ahead of us, folks. Before I start, you can support me at patreon.com/Sientir, or just letting people know about my content in case they might be interested. Now, that's enough rambly, talky times for me. I've cleared up my inventory a bit. In part, I got rid of some stuff I didn't need that was lying around. Ooh, I've got an open inventory spot there, too, somehow. How did I open up that inventory spot and not realize it? Well, regardless, I've opened up a bunch of inventory slots. Yeah, let's put some punchy fists away. And I'm going to take another stab at this friggin' quest that I've been doing. Where is it? Is it... It's got to be above the... Probably a Kaining City quest. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing this quest. Now, I am bringing my Power Stones of Courage, so if our death penalty gets too high, I can get rid of it. And I've changed the team build up a reasonable amount. I still have the Mesmers, but I'm the only Paragon, and I'm bringing my Wells, and also I have the Signet of Spirits stuff and an MM, also with additional healing on them. We have a lot of healing stuff. Hopefully things will work out okay. I changed Ankoro around, so I gave him Vigorous Spirit instead of the technically more powerful Spirit Bond, but he just Spirit Bonds poorly and loses all of his energy, which was terrible. And I didn't like it. So let's see if I can get some of these guys in reasonable quantities rather than unreasonable quantities. Wow, they are crazy about that splinter weapon, let me tell you. Okay. I'm definitely wanting to be careful how much I use my wells because they are competing directly with the MM as a resource. But they're also very useful, so yeah. Now we've got quite a good chunk of aggro there, which is undesirable. Okay, but the minions are going to help with some of that. And Necrosis also helps with some of that. Oh man, dumping these wells for health regen. Okay, I'm gonna actually make my way over here where these guys actually are. Like, it's not optimal for me to necrosis things, but darn it, if it doesn't get some of what I need taken care of. There. Again, I like to get down these wells of power because they, that guy has a damage reduction on him. Yeah. That one was probably unnecessary, but... Why am I in first person mode? Anyway, this is probably going to be a very long episode. Frankly, I want to try to beat this craziness today, so... We'll see how successful things are. They have a lot of blocking that they are doing. Ah, they've got a couple monks going on too. At this point, I'm inclined to just let the MM make minions. So. A lot of Jade Brotherhood boots. Otherwise, bits of Jade Brotherhood armor. How are energy levels? Actually doing pretty well, so that's good. Yeah, Vocalist tog along for some stand your ground action. Stand your ground is one of those skills that I don't tend to bring because the AI often runs around, but maybe it doesn't run around enough to warrant not bringing it. I don't know. An interesting question. I definitely want to make sure I'm getting some of these wells up. That one in particular is very useful. But I also want to make sure the well of power specifically. But I also want to make sure that I'm letting the AI, the minion master, actually make minions. So it's going to be a balancing act for me. We're doing pretty well so far, however. Ah, yeah, he just used Aura of the Lich. Raised a bunch of minions. We're probably going to take this a little bit methodically. I don't know how much these guys have stuff to kind of punish some of what we're trying to do. I definitely know that some of the Beyond content dudes do, which is a little bit part of why I was... I'm going to claim this one. Wells of Power are just so strong. There. Get a couple wells going. It helps with the minions too, actually, because it gives them a bunch of regen. I have a bunch of degen going off on me right now. Okay. Oh, faint-heartedness is so annoying. I guess mostly I want to focus on using wells, using corpses that are in our backline, and let the MM use the ones that are in the front line. These elementalists are annoying, but when they're wasting their spells on our minions and stuff, well, wasting is not quite accurate, but expending, perhaps more precise, they become less of a problem. Yeah, there's Aura of the Lich going off. So I want to go down this way. And it looks like I'm going to be able to do that without aggroing enemies I do not want to aggro. So that is favorable. Some triple chop explosions. Yeah, that really does a good job of clearing out our minions. I did want to spend the thing on the wells, though. Just the additional temporary durability it gives us helps a lot. I'm actually kind of happy. For a while, I wasn't giving Master of Whispers and Elite because I had a Resurrect on that spot instead, but I'm happy I switched over to that because I think the Aura of the Lich is probably a superior option. Just a random piece of trivia, I suppose. Then I switched over to this guy. The well, again, it does help support the minions, so that's part of my motivation for dropping that one. But, I mean, for the most part, we don't really need it that much right now. Minions are doing a really good job of tanking a lot of this damage, so just choosing to bring them... Again, there have been a lot of uses of the Verada skills that strip your minions away from you and other stuff. But it seems like they have backed off on that in the Jade Brotherhood, so that is certainly helping a lot here. Assassin in the backline, I see. Oh, well, that's not quite where I wanted that. Whatever. I'll accept it as ended up over there. Spirit Shackles is something I would much rather have on the minions, although that's still probably not great. There's the warrior. Okay, we've got some side aggro, so it's going to be worth it for me to drop one of these. I wasn't sure if we would aggro these guys or not, but we certainly did end up doing so. So that's fine. Splinter Weapon is much stronger against groups. I think I've said this before, but it literally does nothing against single targets. Well, I need to not stand in the eruption. Where is... I don't know. There's got to be... There's something going on with some of these builds where there is more eruptions than I understand the sourcing of. But I know I want this guy down, because he's going to make more of them. Oh, that's ugly. What's going on in my back line? Back line, why are you not healing? What the heck was that? It's like the AI just was like, what is doing anything? What do you mean I'm supposed to do stuff? Sorry, these are more important right now, I think, for our durability. I have no idea why our backline seemed to just decide that it didn't need to do anything. That was weird. That was super weird. Okay, let's get some of these spirits out of the way. Kind of wishing I'd brought Holy Spirit after all. I was thinking about bringing Holy Spirit, and then I chose not to on the basis that I didn't know how much they used summons. And they used some spirits, so it might have been at least moderately useful. This is not a spell, incidentally. Let's see. I'm inclined to let this just happen. Okay, now we need to just make our way through these groups of Jade Brotherhood. Had one of those moments where I'm like, I am recording, right? And yes, I've been recording for about 15 minutes, apparently. Get that up to just give our minions some support. If I'm noticing one of the targets is being a little too durable, I do like to try to change up who I'm attacking. He used to be leaving us alone, Assassin. There we go. That should help. Oh wow, there are so many freaking rangers over there. This is a lot of rangers is what I'm saying. I should really go for less faint-heartedness. It is crimping my style. No, I definitely want to leave corpses around for Master of Whispers. Wow, this is like so many rangers. I think Talcor is getting a little bit wrecked by Spirit, so a little bit wrecked, not badly wrecked. How is this guy so low? Welp, Master of Whispers just had a certain refresh on his elite skill. You could tell because all of a sudden we had a much bigger army of minions up. So that's nice. Okay, let's just take a moment to set our party over here. Whew. I want to wait for the monk's energies to get a little bit more there before we continue on. I will say that this is going significantly better than my previous attempts did, which I'm quite happy about. I think we need to go up because this was closed. Yeah, it doesn't even connect visually on the map, so... Yeah, and like we were on massive death penalty when I came here and got this far last time. You recall? Okay, where's this? Again, I want to try to keep the wells in the back line if I can. And let Master of Whispers get more of the corpses in the front. Have to balance out that usage. You are probably being vaguely irritating right now. Yeah, and up here is where I gave up last time. So we're going to get further this time than we got last time in much, much better shape. Let's see. Norgu has died more than I realized, but overall we're doing fine on the death penalty front. I just wanted to take an assessment of that. Fine. Wow, okay, this is a lot of assassins. Okay, well, whatever. Ooh. I've got a... Oh, I had a splinter weapon. Well, I mean, if you want to be obstructed, I guess you can do that. Where did that end up? I don't know, I'm dumping this in our back line. Oh, it ended up way up there with the minions, okay. Well, that's not quite where I wanted it, but whatever. I guess that's where it is. That's where it is. Oh, got a red die. That's kind of cool. We have chewed up this back line is what we have done. Helps that their mesmers aren't really mesmers. They're necromancers with energy tap. I don't friggin' know. It's weird. Very, very strange build is what I'm saying, and I don't know why they gave it to them. Well, this is... Okay, I need to clearly go across the bridge here. And hoping we don't aggro too much random stuff. Master of Whispers was lagging behind, so I want to make sure he's kind of caught up with us. Oh, I will take a super rune. Yes, thank you. Thank you for asking. Okay. I want to be careful not to go too far forward, because there's a potentiality to get excessive quantities of undesired aggro. I just want to turn those guys into health regen, thanks. Okay, I should probably start letting some of those go to... that guy's just so tantalizing. For Well of Power. Okay, now I needed to let corpses go to the Master of Whispers. Stupid block. That's what necrosis is for. I've got a lot of dudes bunched up over there at the end, but I think the mesmers are actually kind of getting to him. Okay, well I've got Splinter Weapon on. I've got a Splinter Weapon cast by a friggin' channeling writ, so it actually does plus damage. As opposed to the 19 damage. I mean, the triple chop makes it really strong, but they were just doing 19 damage, so. Cool. Hey, Aura of the Lich. Had its cooldown pass. Sorry, I was moving around slightly. I'm going to drink some water. Delicious. Yeah, okay. Now we need to make our way up this bridge, which going uphill is always a little bit more awkward, but especially into a choke point like this. Wait for everyone to kind of accumulate up, and let's aggro some stuff, like this guy who jumped right into our midst. That seems like a good idea. I do like my wells. Okay, where's the friggin' warrior? Because the splinter weapons are coming off of the warrior. I don't even know where that well ended up, but hopefully nearish by. I don't know, at this point I'm leaving stuff to the Master of Whispers, so. We've gotten past some of that initial ugly pressure. It's nice to be in a new part of this. I'm hoping if I focus some on this guy, that the, yeah, because then that guy just fell because all of the healing was being focused on the dude with a higher focus. But then these guys have, like, a bunch of DPS going on them. That's one of the things that's important, is like figuring out how to like psych out the healers, kind of, where they're focusing on the wrong thing. Oh, where's this jade? Oh, further ahead is where the jade bracelet is. Now I know. We're making our way up out of this sewer area, and this is actually going fairly well so far. Hopefully, it continues to go as it has been. I think it shall. Okay, inventory space is doing fine. You know, the necros are necros and the mesmers are necros. I'm like, I switch over to this guy. Well, I mean, that mesmer is kind of going down, but it's getting a lot of healing pumped into it. So I kind of want to smack this warrior up good on the basis that the warriors have splinter weapon, and I'd rather them not use it with their cyclone axe. Yeah. It's really interesting, actually, trying to balance the usage of my wells with the Master of Whispers minion usage. It's like, my backline's generally doing fine. Like, my monks are not even having to cast anything. So, when that's the case, it's just like, okay, no big deal. Okay, so we're getting close. I think, I mean, we just need to continue up here, right? 9 minions is a lot. So that's good. Okay, we've got some damage going on in our backline at this point. Okay, cool. That gets us... I'm going to actually pop up a couple wells here, just to support us in the backline with some health regen. Wells are really nice because they can't get rid of them. So, but again, then it's like, okay, now I've reached the point where it's like, I don't really need more wells. Let's let the focus be on the Master Whispers replenishing the minion stock. Right, and that's where it's an interesting balance. Okay, I don't need to go after Siren of the cards. So I just need to cross the bridge. Stopping the elementalist is certainly a good plan, though. Ooh, splinter weapon. Always fashionable. Always fashionable splinter weapon. I'm planning on getting my screenshot when I actually get to Reison. Okay, well, I mean, that's a little further back than I would have liked. Probably should have let the Master of Whispers claim that one. Gwen, what are you doing? Where are you? Okay, why are you up there? Oh, I need to get out of these sandstorm. Okay, so these guys are doing fine, but it looks like some of the... Okay, I need to focus on some of this stuff back here. There's things like this monk are causing issues. Okay. Master of Whispers is about to go down, so... I mean, I might as well do that, right? Oh, I see what's happened. We've gotten like 3 groups of Jade Brotherhood on us, which is definitely overtaxing my backline. Okay, let's get a little bit aggressive about getting some of these wells up then. Master of Whispers went down again. Yeah, we're starting to get some DP going, which is not great, but... Again, with how much the party's been diminished, we need to actually have Daedalon stay up, or we're all going down. Okay, well, now it's just a matter of time. Okay, so that went pretty well until we aggroed 3 groups, at which point things promptly went very poorly. How's the general DP across my team? Okay, so it's pretty bad on Gwen. It's not great on Dunkoro or Master of Whispers. Let's get my map. Otherwise, it's okay. I will need to consider... If we have another party wipe, I will probably want to pop a Power Stone of Courage. But at most of us only having 15%, it's not a huge deal. I guess I can start taking care of some of my inventory while I'm running back. Again, that wasn't a case of, wow, that was an over aggro. So I'm not... Oh, I forgot to grab a salvage kit. That's not, like, the biggest deal. Uh-huh. Some of this stuff is not terribly exciting about. Superior Restoration Magic. If that is worth anything, I will be utterly shocked. Don't expect it to be. I guess I've identified everything that I can identify. If I had... Wow, 7 jade bracelets. If I had a salvage kit, which as we have established I do not, I would definitely be salvaging some of these pieces of armor without runes in them, but... one of the things that's really nice about Aura of the Lich is it allows you to just raise a bone minion every time it finishes refreshing or recharging. So, he will be able to actually have a few minions on him, which is very, very nice. Oh, right, because we had to go around and down and then up again because this place is built obnoxiously. So I guess we'll have, like, 3 minions or something up by the time we get up there. How many experience points? 498. I'll easily get another skill point by the time I'm up there, too. 7. This character's getting a lot of stuff done, I'm saying. Unfortunately, this map was not designed with any resurrection shrines, so we just have to make our way back the long way. Okay. So hopefully this goes okay, and one of the things that I'm able to do here is to say, oh, I can just cross this first bridge. And snag a little bit of aggro here. Hopefully not too much. They have a lot of defense, that's for sure. I want this one. Okay, and we're starting to pull that group up there. It's not ideal, but on the other hand, we've at least worn considerably through this group. So, these elementalists have been a massive problem. Okay, look, if you're not going to use these Master Whispers, I'm going to. There, shoot through that. The elementalists are just hugely obnoxious. Mesmers are not. Their mesmers are, like, just not a big deal. So they're very weird build. Like, overall, that went pretty smoothly. The aggro was perhaps a little bit more than I would like in spots, but looks like we need to go over this way. This is ridiculous. Nope, that's blocked off. So where do we... Oh, over here. I was thinking we need to go up. I remember fighting him in a very specific area when I did this before, so I just want to avoid fighting those initially green Jade Brotherhood. I don't remember how that might affect the quest, but I aggro those guys sooner than I wanted to. I wanted to wait until Master of Whispers was here with the minions, and I stepped a little bit too far forward, which was... Well then, that was unfortunate. I mean, on the one hand, it was unfortunate. On the other hand, it does kind of mean that I can just pop up a giant pile of support. Okay, don't have any. Let's see. Okay, we've got some serious backline death issues. Which is not what I want. I don't want serious backline death issues. Okay, let's focus on getting some of these down. The warriors are really nasty, but these things are softer targets, and just getting rid of them gets rid of DPS. The warriors are certainly annoying, but And hits like that hurt. Okay, and there you can see Reison the Phoenix. This amount of DP on some of these guys, it's worrisome. Okay. So I'm going to make the executive decision at this point because more than half of our party has... Yeah, okay. I'm going to go ahead and pop the Power Stone here. Just because I don't want to have to walk all the way back here. It would be very annoying. So, given that we are here... let's see. I'm thinking about how I want to frame this thumbnail. There, like that. That's how we're going to do this thumbnail. Okay, time to go fight Reison the Phoenix. He is our target, after all. I expected someone to come for me, but I never believed that they would be so conscientious as to come for me by themselves. Very well, for the respect you have shown me, I will wreck you as an equal. Wow. What the heck just happened there? I was not paying attention. I was reading the dialogue, and then I looked up and our entire party was dead. I'm not going to use a Power Stone for 5% DP. Let's see. Just come for me by themselves. Very well. For the respect that you've shown me, I'll fight you equal. I'm not quite sure what that line's supposed to mean. Because we didn't have a huge army? I mean, I certainly didn't want to fight any of his other dudes. But that felt like a boss AoE. So I don't know if that was like a Spirit Rift or what. I definitely need to... put my Mesmers on him. Okay, did I have anything else to identify? Just this inscribed chakram, I guess? Might as well while I'm running back. Okay, is my seer with us or not? Oh, whatever. Whatever, doesn't matter. Now I need to fill time while I wander back up there because the friggin' boss one-shot us like a jerk. That's the problem with factions bosses, though. Particularly the casters. The casters are often the worst just because most of the non-casters are single target, so they like massively wreck one person's HP, but the casters often have AoE. Like the elementalists, for example, are notorious for running up to you and starbursting and just wrecking your entire team. And stuff like that. So I had hoped to avoid that fate, but apparently I was not able to. Locating to fight Reison. Well, I mean, we'll certainly get a bunch of rewards from this. So, let's see. Which one of these would be the best to put on him? Yeah, that's easy. It's Daedalon. Daedalon has, like, 3 interrupts or something. What I'm going to do is, when we kind of get back into range, I'm going to specifically use the focus button to lock him on to Reison. So that way he can try to stop him from obliterating us like that. Obviously, Norgu has more interrupts, and to some extent so does Gwen. Norgu is the second most interrupt heavy with 2. Specifically, I'm looking at things that interrupt spells. Obviously, Gwen and Norgu both have stuff to deal lots of damage and interrupt attacks, but technically, actually, Ineptitude does not interrupt, by the way. It just blinds them, which gives a 90% chance to miss. So, that's an important distinction. Probably. Okay. So, Reison the Phoenix, Daedalon, that is your man. Your job is to try to prevent him from making us dead. Okay, just let these guys come up to us. So if we can defeat these guys without the boss being there, A, that will give us more minions, actually. But B, they also won't be a problem for us. Okay. Yep, Spirit Rift, exactly what I thought it would be. Meteor is not something I want going on, but... Oh, and he's also Signet of Spirits. That's great. I want to focus on trying to take him down, though. And I definitely want to never see one of those go off. Okay, we had more text. He says, "Why are you hesitating? Go on, end it. You've got my name from the manifest, right? Along with all the other active members of the Jade Brotherhood? Will you hunt them down and kill them too?" Wait, what did you just say? You heard me. Maybe you think you're a nameless evil, but our way of life has existed for hundreds of years. Each and every member of this gang, everyone that you have killed, is a person. Their families will never see them again. And why? All because the Ministry's answer, your answer, to anything they consider wrong is to remove it. Those texts were only supposed to have your name in them. You're telling me that what I handed over to the Ministry was a list of everyone? How sad. You came this far without realizing that you were being used. And now is your chance to speak with one responsible. I'll be making my exit now, but this isn't over. So he runs off. He's escaping. Why did you let him live? Is what he said true? Was that really a manifest? We can't hunt people down like this. We'd be no better than them. This is the turning point, as you might have picked up. How naive can you be? Evil exists in this world. We're fighting to end it. If people misunderstand what I must do to make the world better, then so be it. I knew from the start that I didn't belong in the world I was helping to create. The future doesn't belong to you or me. It belongs to those who come after us. Their hands will be clean of blood. They need not know any sin if we pay that price for them. To think that a child, like Ashu, might never again know pain, isn't that a future worth fighting for? I can't go along with this. The Ministry has been doing good work, but you're taking this too far. There are better ways to make this country strong again. I see. I think it is finally time for you to speak with Minister Raiko. Once you see her vision, you'll truly understand what we fight for. Do you know why we wear these masks? Because we don't fight as ourselves. We represent the will of the people, united in our cause. I want you to be a part of that. Listen to Raiko, meet Ashu, and if their vision does not move you, then walk away from this. You can walk away and leave Kantha in the hands of her people, the ones who care most for her. Just wanted to see you can see the mask. Okay, we were victorious. So I'm just gonna let this this timer play out. But I'm really happy to have gotten through that particular quest because, as you could tell, that was a bit of a rough one. But went out a lot better that time, so I'm glad for that. For some reason, it dumps us in the Dragon's Throat, which is the challenge mission that would take us there. Let's go ahead and go grab our quest reward in Jaquang Skyway. Jaquang, look, I don't know how to pronounce Canthan. I also don't know which direction I'm going. I need to go this way, not that other way. So there's a little bit of heavy-handedness with some of what they're doing with the plot. That's... The narrative is a little inconsistent with some of the game mechanics, but... Anyway. Hey, Shenhei. It's time for you to meet with Minister Raika so that you can see the purity of her vision for yourself. For further instructions, speak with the Herald of Purity in Kaining Center. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and do that now so I remember that I'm supposed to talk to the Herald of Purity. If nothing else, I'm just going to at least get the quest. But, I'll read it for you. Let's see. Look around you and tell me what you see. Is it despair? A crumbling city barely standing on its shaky foundations? I will tell you what I see. Possibilities. There's no such thing as a lost cause, so long as the people possess the will to change. I believe that we can save this great city, and I believe that its people can be something greater. What is a chance encounter? Okay, so that's that one. What is this? Flashback quest. While this quest is near quest log, the lands of Cantha will revisit the time of the afflicted. Greetings, citizen. Have you heard the news? Thanks to the tireless efforts of Cantha's people, led by the Ministry of Purity, the plague has been cured. That has cursed our great nation has finally been driven out. Allow me to share with you the stories of these struggles, that we may honor the sacrifices of those who fall in this noble task. So the reason why they have this is that this allows you to be able to respawn the afflicted if you wanted to get stuff from the afflicted. Without this quest, there would be no way for this character to get anything from the afflicted ever again. So they have that for that. You must be the one that Shanhei told me about. The ministry has spoken highly of you for your bravery and dedication. Shanhei has also told me you have doubts, and I can relate. I used to feel much as I imagine you do now. It is difficult to walk a path when you don't know the destination. Every step can leave you questioning whether it was the right one to take. I think Raiko's words will show you what we hope to achieve and why it is the right choice for us. The people can put their hopes on a single man, or they can learn to put their faith in themselves. Working together, we will make our empire truly great. Perhaps the rally will begin soon. If you agree to attend, speak with me again, and I will take you there when it is time. Very well, I'll listen to what the minister has to say. But we will not listen today, for today has gone on long enough. So until next time, everyone, take care, and goodbye.